All right, so we're diving into numerical tool and process control programming.
Yeah.
We're talking about the code that makes all those cool automated machines come to life in factories.
Right.
It's a field that's really taken off right now.
It is.
And this deep dive is all about helping you totally crush that interview.
Oh,
Not just knowing what to say, but like really understanding the why behind it all,
right.
you know?
Yeah. I think that's a really important distinction.
So to help make sure you hit all the right notes, we've got some common interview questions here from RoleCatcher.
Right.
And I'm really curious from your perspective, what's the thinking behind these questions?
Well, I think it boils down to this.
Yeah.
Interviewers, they're looking for that blend of technical skills, of course, but also problem-solving abilities
Yeah.
and a real passion for the world of automation, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's jump into a question that often kicks things off.
Right?
Describe your experience with numerical tool programming.
Okay.
Seems simple, right?
Yeah.
But it's your chance to really shine.
Right. It's not just about listing the software.
Exactly.
It's about showing how you use those tools to solve real problems.
Exactly.
Real world problems.
Yeah, don't just say, I'm proficient in G code.
Right.
Tell them about that time you optimized a complex cutting path for a CNC machine
Yeah.
and resulted in, say, a 15% reduction in material waste.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Quantifiable results.
Yeah, those quantifiable results really make you stand out.
Yeah, that's a great tip because it shows you're not just a coder.
Right.
You're a problem solver who understands the impact of the work.
That's it.
And I bet RoleCatcher's AI can help with framing those answers.
Absolutely.
Right.
Their platform analyzes job descriptions, you see,
Okay.
and identifies those keywords that hiring managers they love to see.
Oh, wow.
So, if the job description mentions lean manufacturing or process optimization,
Yeah.
to tailor your answer.
Yeah.
To highlight those skills.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What is your experience with process control programming?
Okay.
Now, to me, this sounds like they're digging a little deeper into your ability to manage entire systems,
Yeah,
not just individual machines.
you nailed it.
Right.
It's about orchestrating that entire production line,
Yeah.
So maybe you developed a program that synchronized multiple PLCs on an assembly line and that reduced bottlenecks
Yeah.
and boosted overall output by 10%.
There we go. Those numbers again.
See, there they are again.
I love it.
Quantifiable results.
The interviewers, I'm sure, are loving those numbers as well.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm curious, what kind of follow-up questions could they ask to really test your knowledge here?
Well, they might ask about specific PLC programming languages that you've used,
Okay.
like ladder logic or structured text.
Got it.
Or they might challenge you with a hypothetical scenario.
Right.
Like, what would you do if a sensor on the production line malfunctioned?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You see, they want to see how you think on your feet,
Yeah,
how you troubleshoot problems.
for sure. So they're looking for someone who can handle the pressure
Right.
of a live production environment.
Absolutely.
And I bet RoleCatcher can help you practice those tricky situational questions.
Absolutely. They have a massive library of potential interview questions,
Wow.
including those curveballs.
Yeah.
And their AI can analyze your answers, giving you feedback on your delivery and content.
Oh, cool.
It's like having a mock interview with an expert who knows exactly what hiring managers are looking for.
That's a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just going in blind, you're getting personalized coaching to really refine your answers.
You got it.
Another question I've seen pop up is, how do you ensure those programs are accurate and reliable?
Okay.
Because we're talking about machines that build the products we use every day.
Right. A small error could have huge consequences.
Right, exactly.
So here, the interviewer is looking for a systematic approach
Okay.
to testing and validation. Maybe you use simulation software to test your programs before they go live.
Uh-huh.
Or you have a rigorous process for debugging and identifying errors.
So it's about showcasing your attention to detail
Yeah,
and your commitment to quality.
absolutely.
Maybe even like a personal checklist
That's a great idea.
that you run through before deploying code.
And don't be afraid to get specific.
Okay.
Talk about the types of testing you perform,
Yeah.
like unit testing, integration testing, and system testing.
All right. Now I'm curious, what if you've used RoleCatcher's AI
Okay.
and you're feeling super confident about your answer to this question?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of follow-up question could still trip you up?
Well, they might ask about a specific time you encountered a challenging bug
Okay.
and how you went about resolving it.
Oh, yeah.
This is where storytelling comes in handy.
I was going to say,
Tell a story.
walk them through your thought process, the steps you took, the lessons you learned,
I love that.
because a good story Not only showcases the technical skills, but also the ability to learn from mistakes.
Right.
And speaking of learning, let's tackle the next question. How do you stay current with new technologies in this field?
Okay.
Because let's face it, technology moves at lightning speed these days.
And it certainly does.
Right.
Yeah, this isn't a field where you can just learn one programming language and call it a day.
No kidding.
This question is all about showing the interviewer your dedication to continuous learning.
Continuous learning, very important.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you make your answer stand out?
Okay.
What goes beyond I read industry magazines?
Specificity is key.
Yeah.
Name those publications that you follow.
Okay.
Maybe mention a recent article that caught your eye. Are you active in any online forums where programmers are sharing their knowledge?
Yeah.
Do you attend webinars or workshops to learn about the latest advancements?
Okay. I can see how that shows you're actively engaged in the field.
Right.
Not just passively observing.
Right. So you're really in it.
You're in it.
Yeah.
You're committed.
Okay, I'm curious though, what are some of the specific technologies that hiring managers are really looking for right now?
Well, Industry 4.0 is a big one.
Okay.
That's all about connecting machines and systems through the industrial Internet of Things,
Got that.
IoT.
So any experience with data analytics, cloud computing, or even machine learning
Yeah.
in a manufacturing context would be super valuable.
Highly valuable.
And I bet RoleCatcher's AI would pick up on those keywords
Absolutely.
in a job description so you could tailor your answer to really highlight those specific skills.
It's like having a personal research assistant for your job hunt.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another question that I imagine could be a bit tricky.
Okay.
What is your approach to troubleshooting a program gone wrong?
All right.
Because things go wrong.
Oh, they do.
Right.
Machines malfunction, code has bugs. Exactly. And this is where the interviewer is really assessing your problem-solving skills under pressure.
Absolutely.
They want to see that you don't panic,
Right.
that you have a methodical approach to identifying the root cause and implementing a solution.
That's it.
So it's about showcasing your analytical skills and your ability to stay calm when things get a little crazy.
Precisely, you could walk them through your typical troubleshooting process.
Okay.
Do you start by analyzing error logs?
Uh-huh.
Do you isolate variables and test different components?
Yeah.
Maybe you even have a mental checklist that you run through.
And I bet a well-chosen story could really bring this answer to life.
Absolutely. Tell them about a time you faced a particularly challenging bug.
Okay.
How you systematically worked through the problem.
Yeah.
And that aha moment when you finally found the solution.
It's a great way to not only show your technical skills, but also your tenacity and problem-solving abilities.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room these days. Security. I bet cybersecurity is a major concern in this field.
You bet it is. The systems are becoming more and more interconnected, you see.
Okay.
Which also means they're more vulnerable to cyber attacks.
Oh, that's scary.
So a question like, how do you ensure that numerical tool and process control programs are secure and protected from unauthorized access?
Yeah.
Is almost guaranteed to come up.
Okay, that's a big one. So what are some key points to hit in my answer?
Okay, first, show that you understand the potential risks.
Okay.
You know, mention things like data breaches, malware attacks, and even unauthorized changes to program parameters.
Okay.
Then outline the measures you take to mitigate those risks.
So things like strong passwords,
Yes.
access controls, encryption,
Yeah.
regular security audits, that kind of thing.
And if you have experience with specific security protocols or software, designed for industrial control systems, definitely highlight that. It shows you're on top of the latest security best practices.
And I'm guessing RoleCatcher could help here too.
Absolutely. Their AI can analyze the company's website and news articles
Oh, wow.
to identify any recent security incidents or concerns they've publicly addressed.
Okay.
You can then weave that knowledge into your answer,
Yeah.
showing the interviewer that you've done your homework
Yeah.
and you're aware of their specific security landscape.
That's incredibly valuable. It's about showing them that you're not just thinking about the technical aspects of the role, but also the bigger picture.
That's right.
Of security and risk management.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's dive into another question that's all about showcasing your analytical skills.
Okay.
Describe your experience with data analysis and statistical process control.
Ah, yes. This one is all about demonstrating your ability to not only write the code, but also to analyze the data those machines are generating.
So it's about being more than just a programmer.
Yeah.
It's about being a data detective who can uncover insights and optimize processes.
Exactly. Mention any experience you have with statistical software packages,
Right.
data visualization tools, or programming languages like Python that are commonly used for data analysis.
Gotcha.
Then bring it to life with a concrete example.
Okay, like how you analyzed sensor data to identify patterns that were causing machine downtime.
Perfect.
Or how you used statistical process control to reduce defects in a production line.
Perfect examples. Quantifiable results are key here.
Oh, there they are again.
Did you improve efficiency by a certain percentage? Did you reduce scrap rates?
Yes.
The interviewer wants to see how your data analysis skills translate into tangible benefits.
I'm curious what kind of follow-up question could really test my knowledge in this area.
Okay, they might ask about specific statistical methods you've used,
Okay.
like Six Sigma or lean manufacturing principles.
Right.
Or they might throw you a curveball and ask you to interpret a hypothetical data set.
Oh, that's a tough one.
This is where your ability to think critically and explain your reasoning comes into play.
So it's not just about knowing the tools, it's about knowing how to apply them
Exactly.
in real-world scenarios.
That's it.
And I bet RoleCatcher could provide some practice data sets for you to sharpen your skills.
They absolutely could, and their AI could even analyze your approach,
Wow.
suggesting areas for improvement or highlighting particularly insightful observations you made.
That's amazing. It's like having a data analysis mentor in your pocket. All right, let's keep this momentum going with another question that focuses on optimization.
Okay.
How do you ensure that numerical tool and process control programs are optimized for performance?
This is all about squeezing every ounce of efficiency out of those machines.
Oh, I like that.
The interviewer wants to see that you're not just writing code that works, but code that works smoothly, quickly, and uses resources efficiently.
Okay, so it's about being a code ninja.
Exactly.
Finding those hidden bottlenecks and streamlining the entire process.
Yeah. You could talk about the tools you use to profile code and identify areas for improvement. Maybe you have experience with specific optimization algorithms or techniques.
And I bet a concrete example would really drive this point home.
Absolutely. Tell them about a time you optimized a program that reduced processing time by 20% or minimized memory usage, leading to cost savings or increased production output.
Love it. Now, I'm wondering what's a follow-up question that could really throw someone off guard here?
Well, they might ask about the trade-offs involved in optimization.
Oh.
You see, sometimes optimizing for speed might come at the expense of code readability or maintainability.
Oh, that's a good point.
They want to see if you understand those nuances.
Yeah.
And can make informed decisions based on the specific requirements of the project.
So it's not just about blindly making things faster. It's about understanding the bigger picture and making strategic decisions.
Exactly.
Like it.
And I'm sure RoleCatcher's AI could provide insights into the company's priorities in this area.
Okay.
Do they emphasize speed above all else, or do they value code maintainability and long-term stability?
That's their point.
Knowing those nuances can help you tailor your answer to align with their specific values.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from technical skills to problem solving and even security.
We have.
It's amazing how much goes into being a numerical tool and process control programmer.
It really is a multifaceted role.
It is.
That requires a blend of technical expertise, analytical thinking, and a genuine passion for automation.
Now, I know we've still got one more part to go in this deep dive, and I'm really looking forward to exploring the career aspects of this field.
Okay. Yeah, we will. I think it's really exciting to see, where this role can take you.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about the career journey ahead.
Okay.
What kind of growth opportunities can someone expect in this field?
Yeah, the RoleCatcher Career Guide mentions this being a hot field right now, so I'm super curious, where could this role lead?
You're right. The career path is dynamic and full of potential.
Okay.
A common route is moving into a senior programmer role as you gain experience.
Got it.
Think of it as leveling up.
Okay.
Leading projects, mentoring junior programmers, and tackling even more complex automation challenges.
So you're not just writing code, you're kind of leading the team shaping the direction of projects.
That's it.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It is, and as you progress, you might find yourself drawn to specific areas like robotics programming or integrating AI into manufacturing processes.
Oh, wow.
Those are specializations that are becoming super in demand.
I bet. I mean, we hear about AI everywhere these days.
Right.
What would that look like specifically in a manufacturing setting?
Think about AI-powered vision systems that can inspect products for defects with incredible accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Or robots that can learn and adapt to new tasks on the fly.
That's amazing.
It's a whole new frontier in automation.
So you could go from like coding individual machines to basically building the brains of an entire smart factory.
Exactly. And that kind of expertise could open doors to roles like automation engineer or even manufacturing systems manager, where you're overseeing entire departments or even plants.
So there's potential for both deep technical growth and leadership opportunities.
Yeah, you got it.
I can see why the RoleCatcher Career Guide was so optimistic about this field. But even with all this potential, it's still a rapidly changing field.
Right.
How does someone stay ahead of the curve throughout their career?
Continuous learning is key.
Yeah.
It's like having a subscription to the latest updates in the automation world.
Right.
Staying up to date on programming languages, new software tools, and industry trends is essential.
So those online courses, conferences, and publications we talked about earlier aren't just for interview prep.
Right.
They're part of the ongoing journey.
They are, absolutely. And it goes beyond just keeping up. It's about proactively seeking out new knowledge and experimenting with cutting-edge technologies. Maybe you dive into a new programming language like Python, which is becoming increasingly popular in industrial automation, or you tinker with open-source robotics projects in your spare time.
I love that idea of always being a learner.
Yeah.
It's not just about having a job. It's about having a passion for what you do.
Exactly. And that passion shines through in everything from how you approach problem solving to how you communicate your ideas to colleagues and clients.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener, gearing up for this interview?
It means you're not just prepping for a job.
Yeah.
You're stepping into a world of possibilities.
I like that.
A world where you can write the code that shapes the future of how things are made.
Wow.
From everyday products to cutting-edge technology.
And with the right tools and mindset, you can not only ace that interview, but build a fulfilling and impactful career.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Remember, you have resources like RoleCatcher to guide you along the way.
Yes.
Their AI can help you fine-tune your resume and practice those interview questions, giving you that extra edge in a competitive job market.
That's huge.
So go out there, be bold, show them what you're made of, because the future of automation is waiting to be written.
I love it.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one writing the next chapter.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
You're welcome.
We'll catch you next time for another exciting exploration of the world of work.
Absolutely. And I think it's a really exciting time to be in this field.
Yeah, for sure. So let's shift gears a bit and talk about that career journey ahead.
Okay.
What kind of growth opportunities can someone expect in this field? You know, the RoleCatcher Career Guide mentioned this being a hot field right now. So I'm super curious, where could this role lead?
Yeah, you're right. The career path is dynamic and full of potential. A common route is moving into a senior programmer role as you gain experience.
Okay.
Think of it as leveling up, you know?
Yeah.
Leading projects, mentoring junior programmers, and tackling even more complex automation challenges.
So you're not just writing code, you're kind of leading the team, shaping the direction of projects.
That's it.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It is, and as you progress, you might find yourself drawn to specific areas like robotics programming or integrating AI into manufacturing processes.
Oh, wow.
Those are specializations that are becoming super in demand.
I bet. I mean, we hear about AI everywhere these days.
Right.
What would that look like specifically in a manufacturing setting?
Think about AI-powered vision systems that can inspect products for defects with incredible accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Or robots that can learn and adapt to new tasks on the fly.
That's amazing.
It's a whole new frontier in automation.
So you could go from like coding individual machines to basically building the brains of an entire smart factory?
Exactly. And that kind of expertise could open doors to roles like automation engineer.
Gotcha.
Or even manufacturing systems manager, where you're overseeing entire departments or even plants.
So there's potential for both deep technical growth and leadership opportunity.
Yeah, you got it.
I can see why the RoleCatcher Career Guide was so optimistic about this field. But even with all this potential, it's still a rapidly changing field.
Right.
How does someone stay ahead of the curve throughout their career?
Continuous learning is key.
Yeah.
It's like having a subscription to the latest updates in the automation world.
Right.
Staying up to date on programming languages, new software tools, and industry trends is essential.
So those online courses, conferences, and publications we talked about earlier aren't just for interview prep.
Right.
They're part of the ongoing journey.
They are, absolutely. And it goes beyond just keeping up.
Okay.
It's about proactively seeking out new knowledge and experimenting with cutting-edge technologies.
Yeah.
Maybe you dive into a new programming language like Python, which is becoming increasingly popular in industrial automation. Or you tinker with open-source robotics projects in your spare time.
I love that idea of always being a learner.
Yeah.
It's not just about having a job. It's about having a passion for what you do.
Exactly. And that passion shines through in everything, from how you approach problem solving to how you communicate your ideas to colleagues and clients.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener, gearing up for this interview?
It means you're not just prepping for a job.
Okay.
You're stepping into a world of possibilities.
I like that.
A world where you can write the code that shapes the future of how things are made.
Wow.
From everyday products to cutting-edge technology.
And with the right tools and mindset, you can not only ace that interview, but build a fulfilling and impactful career.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Remember, you have resources like RoleCatcher to guide you along the way.
Yes.
Their AI can help you fine-tune your resume and practice those interview questions, giving you that extra edge in a competitive job market.
That's you.
So go out there, be bold, show them what you're made of, because the future of automation is waiting to be written.
I love it. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one writing the next chapter.
Maybe you will.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks so much for joining us today.
It was my pleasure.
It was great having you. And to all our listeners out there, thanks for diving deep with us. We'll catch you next time for another exciting exploration of the world of work.